Boom, and good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to a chilly, whatever, Monday, Monday, January 26th. I'm telling you, it is already a day. Let me know in your area, what it is. I guess let's just start from the beginning. Welcome, Morning Mindset, Morning Makers and Movers podcast. Jeez, it was a long weekend. All right, today, what do we talk about? Done beats perfect. That's what we're going to talk about. The power of being good enough. I know a lot of you are frozen out today. So this is what I need from you. Who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, and what the weather is like in your area today. I got coffee, man. I need the coffee. In the weekend, it was -4 with a -20. That was nice. And we've got a sick kid home. So that's a plus. Yeah. Let me know what you got rocking. Also, your 5 things. What are 5 things that you are going to accomplish today? Well, we're going to try and accomplish as much as we can because we have orders to pull. But remember, shipping delays are mostly, if you are south of us, shipping delays are going to happen. If you're to the east of us, shipping delays are going to happen. Just be forewarned. I can already see everything now. Shipping delays are going to happen. We'll do our best to get everything out, but shipping delays are going to happen. So we've got orders to pull. We've got quotes to send in. We've got products to order. We have meetings this afternoon, and I got ball. I got ball tonight. So we got what do we got? We got batting tonight. It's, Corey's still in Long Beach, sucking up that sun. Yeah, that's amazing. But I'm not. It might be sunny, but it is cold. Just straight up cold. So, good morning. Let's check in. Renee, greetings from 1 with a wind chill of -14. But it's sunny, so it did not. The sun was out. It did not feel warm when I went out there. Water and bottle tea in the cup, 5 things. Therapy, pick up my sister-in-law from surgery, and the rest depends on that outcome. Pretty much how days go, right? Ryan, good morning to you. It was a sneeze right before there, and I think I'm catching what's going on. Of course, I'm going to power through it. We got stuff to do for it. Tanya, good morning to you. Barb, good morning. North Central, Minnesota, -15. Headed to above 0 by this afternoon. Ooh, a little heat wave. Hot tea in the cup, 5 things. 3D printing, digitizing, DTF printing, work on websites, sewing alterations. Barb's got a busy day, right? I tell you, it's cold. It is cold. Coffee in the cup, I'm homesick. It's going around, especially here in the Midwest. Hattie is home. She had a fever last night, fever this morning, nose, throat hurts. Good times, right? Good times. So I'll get everything done, and I'll be back here while Krista's still here at the house. And then, good times all the way around. And hi, Renee. Pasha, good morning to you. It's really cold. I believe -3. It is cold. Coffee in the cup, working on a few custom designs. Yeah, I totally screwed up your order, right? That's what happens when I'm left in charge, right? Because I can't tell the differences between 6s and 10s, even though I highlight it. So you're on stack 1 right here, and we'll get that shipped out to you today. Yeah, that's what happens when I'm in charge of stuff. Few updates on things. Tuesday night, we're gonna have one daughter. I think because of the weather, Delaney's schedule got moved around, and so she has danced on Tuesday night. So I don't think she's gonna be able to make it. Now Krista's stressing out about it. I'm like, you'll be fine. So Krista's gonna make something. So tune in tomorrow night. She's gonna make her first rhinestone shirt. Give her all the support. It should be fun. We also will give an update on YouTube where everything is with that, because as it is, we're just waiting on them. They legit asked for something on Friday. We responded back to them within 10 minutes on Friday with what they requested. We had to fill out a new form. We had to provide a little more information because when we got hijacked, not only did they take the account, they take the account, they took the backup accounts where the recovery stuff goes to. So now we're in the process of getting that back. What's funny is with YouTube providing AdSense information, providing banking information, showing where they've deposited it in, showing where everything's connected, none of that verifies ownership of it. So good times. So we're working through them. Sent that back on Friday, and I just heard back from them, and their updated message was, thanks for getting back to us and sharing the screenshots. We can tell that having this sorted out is really vital for you. For further assistance, we've escalated this to the recovery team. We'll update you once we hear back from them. You may also receive an email directly from the team. Stay tuned. If you have any questions, we're just an email away. Have a great day. Many thanks. Google YouTube team. So as you see, we get nowhere fast with them. So we probably won't have another update till tomorrow, but we're working through the process of it. What leads to a couple things. We'll put it out there where everything is with it. If stuff doesn't, I have a really good feeling that everything's going to come back and it'll be fine. It'll just be, like I said, the common encyclopedia of the TRW story. That's it. Everything will be fine there. Once we have it, we'll go download the content. We'll make sure we have it. We won't tell you to go download it because it does break the terms of service of it. But there are things out there if you want to do that, or whatever. But we'll have that. And if not, we'll just start downloading videos. I don't know where anybody got this vague idea that we're stealing from people. You already got the money. I'm like, no, that was, you bought that 3 years ago, or, hey, I bought training a year ago. I haven't used it. And now, I want it today. We're working through it all. All right. So stick around tomorrow night. We'll give an update on all of those things with it. Yeah. I was like, damn it. I was hoping that I highlighted it wrong. Nope. It's just because usually I'll go through and I'll highlight so I know different stone sizes or different stone types or sizes are different, highlighted different colors, so I know to switch out there when it's on me. Yeah. I screwed it up. So I say, let's get into it. Letting go of perfection and kind of leaning into the momentum and pace of your business. Because, let's just be honest with ourselves. Most of the at-home apparel decorators, they don't struggle because they're bad at what they do. They struggle because they expect themselves to be perfect before they move forward with something, right? Perfect design, perfect photos, perfect captions, perfect timing, perfect confidence, perfect coffee. And I'm telling you, perfection has a nasty, nasty habit of just slowing everything down. And so we're going to talk about today, just the power of being good enough, and that's not being lazy and not being careless but done, shipped out, posted, and just moving forward. Because I've said it plenty of times, is momentum builds business and perfection just builds stress. Can I get a perfection builds stress? Because I will say perfection builds stress. Now, number one, done is way, way, way more powerful than perfect. Because, perfection may feel productive, but it really often disguises fear. Fear of judgment, fear of changing, fear of charging too much, fear of charging too little, fear of being seen, fear of actually getting orders, right? When you wait until something's flawless, you really delay that momentum. And momentum is, where confidence actually comes from. Good enough doesn't mean low quality garbage trash. It just means that, designs are solid. The press is working, the customer's happy, and you get orders going out the door. That's the job. Everything beyond that is really just, a lot of mental noise. And so, some examples of this is a decorator delays launching a product for weeks because, they're tweaking fonts, they're tweaking pictures, they're tweaking videos, tweaking every little piece of it. While another one launches the exact same thing with a clean, simple design, and they start selling immediately. Someone waits for better photos. While another one, they use the photos on the phone, which has the good lighting, and they get real orders that fund better photos later on. So for this action step is, let's just pick one thing that you've almost been done with and just finish it today, right? No tweaks, no second guessing, just get it done, because done beats perfect. All right. Number two, customers are not looking for flawless. They're looking for, reliability. Something that, a lot of us tend to forget is customers do not look at our work the same way that we look at it, right? They care about clarity, their vision came to life, turnaround time, and whether you delivered what you promised you would. You know, most buyers don't sit and analyze every little thing and stare at it for 20 minutes. They're not pulling the shirt this way or stretching it that way or breaking out their fine magnifying glass to see if everything is lined up perfectly with it. They notice is that you communicated clearly, that you met their deadline and you made that process super easy for them. Now, perfection, often improve things that customers just don't value. And, and while reliability, improves everything that they do value. So, some examples of this, a customer raves about fast turnaround time and communication, even though they felt, that we could have done better. Like we've felt that we could have done better. Customers loved it. How many times have you did something where you were just like, I just don't know. I don't know. And the customer got it and they absolutely loved it. It's happened to me plenty of times. Yeah. A repeat buyer returns because the process was easy, not because it was museum quality art. Right. So for this, let's just ask yourself before overworking something, would this change would actually matter to my customer? If the answer is no, just stop doing it. All right. Number 3, momentum builds confidence, not the other way around. A lot of decorators believe that confidence comes first, then action. But in reality, action creates confidence, right? Every order shipped, every post published, every price quoted without an apology, those reps, those stack. Being good enough allows you to take those reps faster, which builds beliefs in yourself over time. Perfection waits for confidence. Good enough creates it. So, some examples of this is, a maker post imperfect videos, consistently and slowly becomes more comfortable on camera. Like I can't produce video, but I can hop on here and I can talk to nobody. I can hear your guys' voices as I read your comments. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to the screen. It's scary, but hey, it's what I got to do. Being confident, doing it time and time again. Some people can't. Just do it, right? So another one is, someone I saw something else that threw me for a loop there. Someone raises prices just slightly and realize that their customers still buy and gains confidence to do it again. Right? We got to make sure we're making money. I don't know what this scary word behind profit is. You deserve to get paid and make money. So action step is let's just do one slightly uncomfortable thing this week without waiting to feel ready for it. Right? Action first, confidence later. So before we get into 4 and 5, let's check back in there. Let's see. Where we go. Barb says, I think as long as the quality of the end product is not lost in momentum of producing. Yeah, as long as the product quality of the product, correct. Because you don't want to rush something out the door that's trash. We just don't want to do that. Morning, Linda and Jerry. He's talking to us again, Jerry. I don't know. Probably, Terror Twins over here. Or no, what do we got? The terror of themselves. I'll come up with a name. Give me time. That you look like you eat a Snickers upside down so that you can feel I don't even know what that means. Snow day number 2. I thought we weren't going to have school today because it was negative temps. They did have school today. It is trash out there. Trash. Museum quality art, right? I focus on quality and customer service. And it shows, Barb. The stuff you put out is fantastic. Morning, Russeline. Hi, Russeline. Hello, Russeline. Snow there too, Russeline. Hi, Jerry Barb. 2 peas in a pod. 1 pea short of a salad. Right? Is that how that goes? 1 pea short of a salad? I don't know. We're just making words up. We're making sayings up. Why not? Okay. Number 4. Peace really is a business asset. All right. Stress doesn't make you more professional. Exhaustion does not make you more legit. Peace allows you to just think clearly, right? Make better decisions and really enjoy what you're building. When you accept that good enough, and you really will stop carrying that unnecessary pressure you are putting on yourself. You're going to work stronger. You're going to work harder. You're going to work faster. You're going to work more confident. You're going to rest better. And you're going to start responding instead of reacting. A peaceful business owner lasts way, way, way longer. All right. And longevity, yeah, that's the word still. Longevity beats perfection every single time. So some examples of this is, a decorator just stops redoing things endlessly. Stops doing things endlessly. Jerry stops doing things endlessly. Renee stops doing things endlessly. And just finishes it. And just done. And just putting it out there. Guess what happens? Less stress. Right? Someone else, they set clear boundaries and realize that customers still respect them and their business. So, for this one, let's just identify one area where perfection is really stealing your peace. And then just intentionally loosen the grip a little. All right. Now, number 5, good enough. Good enough is how you grow on purpose. Now, perfection is really going to keep you stuck where you are. Good enough. Well, what's good enough going to do? Good enough's going to let you test things out. It's going to let you learn new things. It's going to let you adjust your process. And most importantly, it's going to let you grow. And I don't know anybody that is in our industry that just woke up one morning and they were just polished, perfect, ready to go, right? They didn't start that way. They just started moving, right? They improved because they were doing, not waiting. Your future business is built by today's imperfect steps. Say that again. Your future business is built by today's imperfect steps. Okay? So, some examples of this is, a maker launches a simple collection, learns what sells, and then refines it for the next round. Someone else, they experiment with new products without overthinking and discovers a new revenue stream. So for this action step, commit to progress over polish for the next 30 days. All right? Track movement, not perfection. Now, to recap all of this, being good enough does not mean you do not care. It just means that you're going to care about the right things. Done beats perfect. Customers value reliability, not the microscopic details. Momentum creates your confidence. Peace fuels decisions. And 5, growth happens through action, not waiting around. So you do not need to be flawless to be successful. You just need to keep moving. You are already capable of way, way, way more than what you think. And we are all here to help support you in that. That's what I have for you today. Questions, comments, concerns, throw that in. And if you guys, let's go. We got a mentorship call. Your starts in about 40 minutes. Everybody else, we'll do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Also, make sure to check the group because we will have 2 more trainings this week that you're able to sign up for. We should have somewhat of a decision in place on how we're going to do things, going forward. And we're just really hoping that YouTube will get things together before the end of the week, so we don't have to say, okay, here's how it goes, because once February hits new month, we've cycled through everything, and then we'll be able to go from there. Okay. We were 2 hours late. We didn't have anything. You haven't taken my brain meds yet today, Renee. You should take those, Cherry. They only cancel school when there are warnings, not advisors. Yeah, how trash is that, right? So true. Yeah, remote learning, which I'm fine with. But man, like this morning when we were going there, it was -4 and it said it was -15. And I see somebody walking to school. I'm like really? Like, come on now. You know that, Jerry. You know that. Stay warm and everybody have a fabulous day. That's right. What was the name of the group? I'm not seeing any trainings. It is over in to the. Let me go grab the link to the group so that way you can have it, because the group name is going to change. So there is, because like right now, it's crafting with rhinestones and vinyl, hosted by the TRW crew, which is tough when somebody's looking for the rhinestone world. They don't know that the rhinestone world is TRW. So that's one of the reasons that we're looking at changing that, so people can find it a little easier on it. All right, now let me find that. I got the link here. I will go drop it down in here, and that way you can have it. You can go over and do there. There'll be the registrations. There'll be one on Tuesday and Thursday. You need to register for the webinars for it, so that way you can get it. Got everything working on the back end of it, because remember, it was a new process. We had to figure out in the last 2 weeks on how things were done. So little by little, we're just making through and getting with it. Okay, with that, we're going to wrap up today, because like I said, we got stuff to do. You got stuff to do. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Tune in tomorrow night for another fun Tuesday with Todd, as we're gonna, and I don't even know what we're pressing. I told the girls, I'm like, go through the site, pick out some stuff, and let's see what you want, so that way we can get that done. So I'll find out today, but I think that'll be fun. Krista's never pressed a rhinestone shirt before. She's stressed. I'm like, listen, you can do it. And even Hattie said, I can help you. Now Hattie's sick, so it's probably going to stress Krista out even more. So you'll want to tune in for that fun thing. Crowley, it's one more day. She flies back tomorrow night, so she'll get back late tomorrow. We'll have her back in the saddle next week. So until next time, you guys have an amazing day. Peace, love, press on, and we will see you then